Hi, so this is SexyCuber and I'm gonna teach you how to become sexy on the big cube. So to be sexy, big cube or bigger. So when they bigger, they become very big on your hand. So it's like when you do sexy. Like sexy on the big cube. I mean, on the 3x3. Sexy. It's amazing, but like on a big cube, it could be very difficult to do the sexy. So, especially on a bigger cube like 6x6 or 7x7. I don't have a 6x. I don't have a 7x7, but just feeling this, it's so big that I could barely do the sexy. And sometimes when you do it too fast, it's just like, So when you do too fast on the sexy, especially on the big cube, you can, just, with this cube, and it's no good, no good. So let's start this on the 4x4. So 4x4, to become sexy on the 4x4, you got to, for the beginner, you have to do it slowly sometimes, so that when you do it slowly, you just get that satisfying, you just gotta start slow, and then you can get faster and faster and faster, but not too fast though, because sometimes when it's too big, it go so it explode, and you don't want it to explode, and it'll become like a mess everywhere, and onto your desk, onto your other cute stuff like that. So yeah, you just gotta do it slow sometimes, and you can do it fast. You can do fast. You do the sexy fast, but you can't do the sexy too fast. You know what I mean? Because these are big cubes. And when it's so big, it can be very massive, and things just go especially when the 6x6, like the Moyo Aoshi, where you do too fast, it explode, and almost a lot of 6x6 and 7x7 explode when you go too fast and do the sexy too fast. So of course you gotta start slow. You just gotta start slow and do the sexy very fluidly, You just gotta do it very fluidly, like in a flow. Okay, and that's sexy. With inner layers, it can be rough sometimes. Like the inside is rough, outside is like, it could be like a little bumpy sometimes. But sometimes when you do inner, there are sometimes where these the inside, the core, it restricts you from doing the sexy too fast sometimes. Depending if you have a very good 4x4, then you can but you see how that could have, into a bunch of pieces, explode and stuff like that. So you just gotta, of course, as I say, you gotta do it slowly. And then you can go ahead and keep going fast, and you can go fast, and then increase your speed to do the sexy, on the 4x4, I think on the 4x4, I'm pretty sure you could do the sexy fast, but depending on your cube, if your cube explode too much, it means you're doing it way too fast, you're doing it way too early, you explode it too early, that you have to start it slow. So the slower you do, the longer you could do the sexy, you know what I mean? So now on the 5x5, same thing, but it's wider and it's bigger. So when you do the sexy, you gotta again start slow, get used to the size, and then do the sexy. You can do the sexy faster. 5x5, it's a little bit stable, but again, that doesn't mean it can't explode sometimes, because I've seen cubers who do the sexy way too fast and the 5x5 explode, especially on the inner here, where they do that, and then you get lockups. And when you force that lockup, it just you know. So when you do the sexy too fast, again, you just can't do it way too fast on the big cube, because these are big cube, and when the bigger it is, the harder. Yeah, just the bigger the harder. So every big, like if the size is so big, it's very hard. So you have to do it slowly sometimes, so that the slower you do, which makes it the longer you do the sexy, and that's what you want to become the sexy. You do the sexy longer, you know, and then you could do it fast. You could do the sexy faster, but not too fast sometimes, or else it's gonna explode early, and then you don't want that explosion, you know. You don't want that and then go everywhere. Yeah. So 5x5, it's same thing like 4x4. It's just that you have a middle, so, and it locks up a little more than the 4x4 because it's bigger. So the bigger, harder than the 4x4. Okay, doing the sexy on the 6x6. Now these, especially 6x6 and 7x7, it's after higher than the 5x5, it's very hard. It gets so hard that when you do the sexy, it, you know, it can explode easily because it's very hard. So because of course the harder, larger, the harder. So when you do that sexy, you have to do it slow. Always do it slow, and then gradually get faster. Now when you get faster, it takes a lot of practice trying to not to explode it, because even if you try to do it faster, even though you can do faster here, but when you do faster here, sometimes it explodes, because that's how sensitive this every big cube higher than the 5x5 is sensitive. So you just gotta do the sexy, you know. You gotta do the sexy very, very slow first, and then you can practice getting faster and faster without exploding it, you know. And then when you do it faster without exploding it, the longer you can do the sexy, the better. Okay, so that's how you do the sexy on the, that's how you be sexy on the big cube, so that you don't have to do the explosion, and you can do the sexy a lot of time. Okay, alright, peace out.